And we're live! Всем добрика and добрый вечер, Серпухова! Boxing fans, for those of you attendants at the venue at the IBA Coliseum, and for the millions tuning in around the world on Match TV, this is Liga Stavox IBA Championov Noć. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Liga Stavox, in association with the International Boxing Association, is proud to welcome you all to Liga Stavox presents the IBA Championov Noć at the home of global boxing. We're proud to welcome you all, ladies and gentlemen, live from the beautiful city of Serpukov, Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting matchup here with three world-class boxing matchups with our co-main event of the evening, featuring a championship fight for the vacant WBA Interim Super Featherweight Championship title. And our main event of the evening features the highly anticipated first ever WBA Bridgerweight World Championship. This event is proudly presented to you by the visionary guidance of our IBA president, Mr. Umar Nazarovich Kremlev, and is officially sanctioned by the International Boxing Association, the WBA, and the RBF. Дамы и господа, our fighters are ready, our judges are ready. Serpukova, are you ready? This is your opening matchup of the evening. Your opening matchup of the evening. 8 roundов по 3 минут. 8 3-minute rounds of action in the men's bantamweight boxing division. As always, join me first in the center of the ring by the bell, representing the RBF by way of Russia with referee Alexei Kozlov. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening matchup of the evening, live on Match TV. And now, please put your hands together as he makes his ring walk first. Fighting out of the black corner from Uzbekistan, Shahobiddin Zoировdan.
Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoировdan ringga chiqib kelmoqda akalar. Maza qilib jangni tomosha qilamiz. Agar yodingizdan ko'tarilib layklarni bosmagan bo'lsangiz, bitta layklaringni ayamaysizlar degan umiddaman akalar. Jang boshlandi, maza qilib tomosha qilamiz. Ovozi bo'ladi hozir akalar. Hozir mana ringga chiqib kelayotganligi sababli hamyurtimiz ovoziga muzika qo'yilgan. Shunda ovozini yoptiramiz. Hozir ovozini qo'shamiz akalar. Sabrda bo'lamiz. Ringga chiqib bo'lganda boksyorlar jangni ovozini yoqamiz. Обязательно akalarim. Ovoz yo'q. Ovozini chiqaramiz akalar. Hozir muzika bo'lyapti. Shu sababdan ozgina sabrda bo'lamiz va hamyurtimizni jangini ringga ko'tarilgandan so'ng esa biz ovozini yoqamiz. Yodingizdan ko'tarilib, agarda kanalimizga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz, paypchasi bilan qo'ng'iroqcha tugmasini bosib qo'ying. Chunki tez orada Olimpiada o'yinlari boshlanadi. Barcha janglarni sizlarga jonli efir qilib beramiz Olimpiadada ham. Muzika bo'lsa, nima bo'pti muzika bo'lsa? Nima bo'pti muzika bo'lsa emas. Biz o'zimizni straxovkani olgan holda zvukni o'chirganmiz, chunki YouTubening ayrim qonun-qoidasiga to'g'ri kelmaydi. Shu sababdan zvukni o'chiramiz, chunki hozir zvukni yoqsangiz sizlar jonli efir ko'ra olmaslaring mumkin, bloklab qo'yish mumkin. O'sha muzikani eshitmoqchimiz debdi. O'sha muzikani boydan keyin bo'lmasa Telegram gruppamizda eshitasiz. Eski emasmi? Yo'q aka, bu eski jang emas, to'g'ridan to'g'ri siz jonli efir tomosha qilmoqdasiz. Eski bo'lsa biz jonli efir qilib nima qilamiz aka? Mana ayni paytda kiribsiz, tugadimi debdi. Yo'q akalar, endi boshlandi.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome his opponent into the center of the ring, fighting out of the gold corner from Russia, Dmitry Dvali.
Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirovni raqibi ringga ko'tarilmoqda akalar. Dmitri rossiyalik bokschi, ancha tajribali bokschi. Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirovni biz qo'llab-quvvatlab turamiz akalar. Bu jangda g'alaba qozonishini tilakdoshimiz. Ungacha esa biz duo qilib turamiz akalar. Duo qilib tursak, Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirov bizni xursand qiladi degan umiddamiz. Aka, omad shun bo'ladi bizga. Rahmat kattakon aka. Borlaringga shukr. Inshaalloh hammasi joyida bo'ladi Shahobiddin. Kimni jangi debdi? Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirovni jangini tomosha qilmoqdasiz. Shun bo'ladi, nomer 1 debdi. Gap bo'lishi mumkin emas akalar. Sizlar uchun akalar, sizlar nomer 1 qilyapsizlar bu kanal. Sizlar borsizlarki nomer 1 bo'lib bormoqda akalar. Sizlar qo'llab-quvvatlab turmasanglar biz qayerdan nomer 1 bo'lamiz akalar?
Ladies and gentlemen, дамы и господа, this is your opening feature bout of the evening, proudly brought to you by Liga Stavok, IBA Champion of Noche. This bout is officially sanctioned for some round-off for 3-minute, 3-minute rounds of action in a men's bantamweight professional boxing division. Your judge in the center of the ring by the bell, referee Alexei Kozlov, and in charge of the officials ringside are RBF supervisor Marina Mila Vanava. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome as we reintroduce first, fighting out of the black corner. Tonight he enters the ring, 31 years old, a southpaw fighter. Standing at a height of 162 centimeters tall, 162, weighing in officially at 53.5 kg. 53 Севолов Виной. Дамы и господа, он чемпион олимпийский игр в Рио-де-Жанейро 2016 года и чемпионом мира по весе IBA. Ladies and gentlemen, hurmatli xonimlar va jonlar, xush kelibsizlar. Iz Buxara, O'zbekiston, Shahobiddin Zoировdan. And across the ring to his opponent, fighting out of the gold corner, he enters the ring tonight, 23 years old, an orthodox fighter, standing at a height of 165 centimeters tall, so 65, weighing in officially at 53.45 kg, 53, so 45. Дамы и господа, он чемпион России по боксу и бронзовый призер IBA. Дамы и господа, добро пожаловать из Балашика, Московская область, Дмитрий Двали.
Bilamizki Bilamizki, kanalimizda sportga qiziqadigan akalarimiz juda ko'p. Sizlarga ishonchli bo'lgan omad silkasini kommentariyada qoldirdim. Kommentariyadagi silka orqali saytga kiring, ekraningizda ko'rib turgan promokod orqali ro'yxatdan o'tsangiz, sizga va'da qilingan 3 million so'mgacha bonus olishingiz mumkin bo'ladi. 1000 marta eshitgandan ko'ra 1 marta kirib ko'rgan afzal. Saytga o'ting va o'z omadingizni sinab ko'ring.
You see there is in age. Zoirov, 31, done it all as an amateur. Now needs to make some strides as a pro. It's been, as I said, stop-start so far. Diwali, 23 years old. This is a perfect time for him to slipstream into a pro career, but he has chosen one hell of a fight for a debut. And Zoirov in the black in the southpaw stance, Diwali in the white, boxing orthodox. Putting his punches together nicely from the off here, Zoirov. He's got that lovely kind of Uzbek style, in and out with the feet. Gets in, throws those shots. Nice straight right hand there from Diwali. Just overbalances a bit as he throws another one there. He's got 8 rounds here. It's a long time. And Zoirov has started pretty quick. Trying to settle into a rhythm. Diwali keeping it tight, nice high guard. Decent use of the jab there from Diwali. We've got 2 skillful fighters here. Right hand into the body there from Zoirov. And again, just dips to his right hand side. He's keeping those hands moving. Just caught with a jab there, Zoirov. Been a good round this, a good busy round for both of them. Zoirov came out nice and quick, but Diwali has gone more into it as the round's gone on. The Uzbek fighter has been on the front foot. He's the one who's landed most of the leather. Doubling up on the hook to the body, but the bicep and forearm there of Diwali were where they needed to be to protect him. It's almost like he's starting again as a pro, Zoirov, to be perfectly honest. He made his debut back in 2019. And a couple more fights after that. But in early 2022, he took a little bit of a break and there's not been any...
Birinchi raund ham o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Ko'p savollar kelyapti. Qayerda bo'lyapti bu turnir deb? Akalar, Rossiyaning Serpux shahrida bo'lib o'tmoqda. Hamyurtimiz ringda Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirov ko'tarilgan. Sizlar bu jangni Jondli Efirda to'g'ridan-to'g'ri Shumbola TV kanalida tomosha qilmoqdasizlar. Akalarim, shu kichkina mehnatimizni qadrlagan holda yodingizdan ko'tarilib, agarda videorolikka like bosmagan bo'lsangiz, bitta like'larni bosib, kommentariyada Olg'a Shahobiddin yoki Olg'a O'zbekiston deb yozib qoldirish esingizdan chiqmasin akalar. Qani bitta like'larni bosamiz va kommentariyani dangillatib Shahobiddinga omad tilab qolamiz.
Jololo, for example, will be going to the Paris Olympics. Others have tried and failed. It's a little bit of a misconception that you can just walk back into the amateurs and rule the roost. That absolutely has not happened. Israel Madrimov tried it actually. He tried to qualify for the World Championships via the Asian Championships the same year that Jololov went back. It didn't work out for him, and he's since become a professional world champion. Fights Terence Crawford in just a few weeks' time. So the standard of elite international amateur boxing is absolutely supersonic, and that's what these two have come through. It's very correct, Diwali, the way that he fights. High guard. Zouirov has got that looser, kind of more swaggering style to him. Nice and balanced. Looking to land that jab. Good straight right hand there from Diwali. Everything goes out nice and quick, comes back nice and quick. Almost got that left hand straight through there, Zouirov. Just cannoned off the inside of the glove. But Diwali again just tucking up nicely there, but you could see that he felt the weight of those shots from Zouirov. Good body work there from the Uzbek. Again, just goes to the body, bang on the belt line, that left hand. And again, he just really sets his feet and looks to work the body there, Zouirov. The longish left hand got through there as well from the Uzbek, but not with any particular steam on it. Into the final minute of round two. And a similar course to round one so far. Diwali's doing plenty here. It's not that he isn't having success, but it's just that of the two of them, Zouirov is just working that bit harder. He's that bit looser, that bit more relaxed. And as a result, just doing a bit more. But that was a good right hand from Diwali. Again, there's the body attack. It's a little bit of a slip, I think. The referee doesn't rule that as a knockdown. There was a right hand into the stomach there, but I think the feet tangled as he tried to step away to his left-hand side, so I think the referee corrected, not calling the knockdown. Right at the end of the round, another good round. Entertaining round.
Akalarim, ikkinchi raund ham o'zining nihoyasiga yetdi. Qani Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirovni qo'llab-quvvatlaymiz akalar. Bizni qo'llab-quvvatlashimiz yetmayapti. Bitta layklarni bosamiz, Shahobiddinni olg'a deb kommentariyani qizdirib turamiz akalar. Qani ketdik. Birgalikda, kuch birlikda akalarim. Agarda yodingizdan ko'tarilib layk bosmagan bo'lsangiz, laykingizni ayamaysiz degan umiddaman. Qani bitta layklarni bosib, laykimiz sonini 2000 taga yetkazib qo'yamiz.
Without success, because that wouldn't be accurate. Into the third. Zouirov in the black, Diwali in the white. It's good defense from Zouirov, just pulling his weight onto the back foot, making Diwali fall short, staying within punching range himself. Referee just talking to them about the front feet clashing there. There's not too much really that either of them can do about that. Diwali trying to get onto the front foot here and just push Zouirov back a little bit. That was a decent looking right hand from him. It's the right thing to do, I think. Try and take that centre a bit more. Zouirov will, when he gets the opportunity, just dig those toes in and look to let those hands go. Sneaky little right into the stomach there from Diwali. This is good from the Russian. This is his best round so far. up to this point. Nice left into the body there from Zoirov. Gets off nice and quick there, Diwali. First couple of rounds he was maybe waiting just a little bit too long. Good straight right hand there from Diwali after just catching the right hand on the elbow, protecting his body well. Zoirov looking for that straight left through the middle. And both lands simultaneously there. I think the left hand of Zoirov was a heavier shot. Diwali, I think, felt that a little bit. He just backed up. And maybe Zoirov could have just stepped on him a little bit more than he did there. Just a sign there that he was certainly meant to pay attention by that punch. A more aggressive approach had been working well for him, but I think he did walk onto one there. Right hand into the body, and that goes with the right hand up top. That's decent work from Diwali again, just turning around that front foot as Zoirov was looking to try and escape. Final few seconds of round 3. Cuffing right hand, but it was with the inside of the glove there from Zoirov. Obviously, bell goes, a nod between.
Doston brend degani akam, futbolni olib beramiz, faqat Telegram gruppamizga olib beramiz. Kerak emas qayta-qayta yozaverib aka. Hozir boks bo'lyapti. Boksni maza qilib tomosha qilaylik. Akalar, qani 2 dona like qopdi, 2000 ta like bo'lishga bitta like'larni bosamiz. Like bosmagan aka ukalarimiz.
Sentimore trying to push Zoirov back. Slight marking up underneath that left eye there of Diwali, nothing to get too worried about. It's just a bit of discoloration, not a cut or a swelling particularly, not yet anyway. Just reached for the right hand there, Diwali, lost his balance, and Zoirov wasn't quite in the position to do anything about it. You could see that he was concerned, the Russian, because he kind of fell forward, got that guard up, and I think was expecting something. But his Uzbek opponent had just stepped off. There's that body attack again. Good left hand there from Diwali. Up close. Zoirov rattles off a combination, but the guard was up. And then just dips off. Spins off to his right hand side. Really good fight to watch this. And Zoirov has just got Diwali a decent range there as he works him in the corner. And then goes into the body with the left hand. This is some good work from the Uzbek. Just short with the uppercut there, Diwali. But again, there's the body attack. He's not shown any ill effects of these body shots so far, Diwali. It's still early in the fight, but he's really invested in them. Zoirov, he sets his feet and just heaves them in. Left hand from Diwali did catch Zoirov, but off the back of a combination. Well, they both land right hands. Little bit of a puff of breath there from Zoirov. He's been made to work hard here, the Uzbekistan fighter. I wonder whether that might tell in the second half of the fight, because Diwali is just getting on the front foot towards the end of the round here. 10 seconds remaining in it. I've probably got Zoirov up at halfway. Final few seconds. But I think Diwali is looking at him and feeling that.
Akalarim 4-chi raund ham o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Shahobiddin Zoirovni qo'llab-quvvatlaymiz. Akalarim tushkunlikka tushmasdan qani Shahobiddinga energiya berib turamiz. Qani uzoqdan bo'lsa ham duoda bo'lib turamiz.
Zoirov, but I think it's going to be very interesting. There's John O'Carroll. Spent quite a lot of time with him down the years. He fights for that WBA interim title at super featherweight. He challenged for a world title before the IBF against Tevin Farmer. Gave a decent account of himself that night, but Farmer was a clear winner. He's been biding time in his career a bit over the last 2-3 years, but this is a great opportunity for him. But a tough one against Albert Batagaziev, an Olympic champion, 10-0. Very much a backed fighter, but it should be a good fight. That it's got distance written all over it, I have to say. But I think we're in for a good high-octane 12 rounds. Into the fifth, into the second half of the fight. Diwali in the white, Zoirov in the black. He's so good, Zoirov, at just finding that little bit of room. Diwali's trying to bring the heat to him here, but those feet are very effective. He'll just manage to back up a little bit, and that allows him to try and catch you on the way in. And again there, but as I was saying in a previous round, Diwali's making Zoirov work really, really hard. But he needs to start getting to him a bit earlier in rounds. We're heading up towards the midway point now. Decent jab there from Diwali. And the crowd just trying to get behind him here. Nice little dab to the body there from Zoirov. Straight right hand from Diwali was a decent shot, and then works the body on the inside. And just inching in with that front foot. Good lead, left hand there too. He needs to try and keep this up. Good right hand there from Diwali. As Zoirov was just trying to back up a little bit. Right hand into the body there from Zoirov. You wonder at what point those might really start to slow Diwali down. And this is a tough fight, and the crowd recognising that. There's not been much in a good few of these rounds.
8 raundlik jangning 5-raundi ham o'z nihoyasiga yetdi. Hozirda ko'rib turganingiz Hamyurtimiz Shahobiddin Zoirovning jangi bo'lib o'tmoqda, akalarim. So'rashibdi, jang necha raund akalar? 8 raund. Bu videoni burchagida yozib qo'yibdi-ku.
Then all of a sudden there he was. You all must have forgot. And can't be touched. It was tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. There's a straight right hand from Diwali. There's a lot of fighters at ringside. On the right-hand side of your screen there, that's Evgeny Tischenko, Olympic champion. Just off to the left-hand side of the screen, opposite side of the ring to me, there's Igor Makontsev, definitely another Olympic champion, and I'm pretty sure Rakhim Chakiev is over there with him too, another Olympic champion. Artur Beterbiev is here, away to my right, the WBC, IBF and WBO light heavyweight champion who takes on Dmitry Bivol in October, that fight having to be rescheduled. And there's lots of other Olympic gold medalists from other sports ringside in Surpukov. Pretty sure I've seen Sultan Ibragimov as well. So into the sixth. And this is a close fight. Good right hand there from Zoirov. Diwali maybe just waiting slightly too long. He marshalled him back to the corner nicely. That's good feet again there though from Zoirov. Nice straight left hand there from the Uzbek. And again, just digging to the body with the right. This is a decent round for him so far. And does well to avoid those couple of right hands. Diwali again just trying to keep the heat on him. Trying to keep that front foot right on top of him. Cover off that movement. Good left hand into the body there from Zoirov. Again, just works that jab as he steps off to his right-hand side. He's a very difficult man to pin down. Diwali has remained very disciplined. He's stuck to the plan here in a lot of these rounds. It's been difficult to separate them because you've got Diwali on the front foot who's done some good work, but I think in more rounds than not, Zoirov has done the more effective punching from where I'm sitting. That's a good jab there though from Diwali, and again. And a decent looking right hand too, and if he can finish strong here, then it could be enough just to tip the scales maybe. And the crowd just urging Diwali on, trying to get him to finish the round strong here, and that was a decent finish from him. Zoirov lets one go fractionally late, immediately apologises. I think this one's very much in the balance with 2 to go. And that is Albert Bater-Gaziev, Tokyo Olympic champion. 10-0 as a professional.
Shum bo'ladi kanalning qaddi baland qadrdon akalari, qani akalarim 5 dona like qoldi, 2,5 mingta like bo'lishga bitta like'laringni ayamaysizlar degan umiddaman. Shu kichkina mehnatimizni qadrlagan holda bitta like'larni gumillatib bosib qo'yamiz aka. Shahobiddin Zoirovning zarbasi kabi bitta moshniy like'ni bosingchi.
Ian Bater-Gaziev are both from Dagestan, and he'll be in the early stages of training camp. If that injury is fully healed up, he's now 3 months out from that revised date with Dmitry Bivol for undisputed light heavyweight. What a fight that promises to be. Good lead left hook there from Diwali. Again, just flashing in those hooks there, Zoirov. Left hand lands there from Diwali. It was slightly with the inside of the glove, but they made contact. Nice stab to the body there from Zoirov. A minute into round 7. Good variety there from Diwali. Straight right hand, left hook, and then a right uppercut. They were all kind of smothered really by Zoirov. Both fighters have done a good job on that front throughout the course of this fight. It's not been that easy for either one of them to hit the other one clean. There's been a lot of hitting forearms and biceps and shoulders. And the bodywork has been most effective, I would say. And most of that has come from Zoirov. And again, good evasive skills there from the Uzbek. Dips those knees, slides underneath the hook from Diwali. That's a good counter combination there from Zoirov. As I've been saying, Diwali has made Zoirov work very, very hard here, but from where I'm sitting, he's been up to that task. Long right hand there from Diwali is a decent shot, but it's been the Russian who's been on the front foot since round 3 onwards. But Zoirov is not the kind of fighter who is easy to push back. He'll give ground, but there's a big difference between giving ground and being pushed back. And another little stumble there, and he ends up on the canvas. No count from the referee. Final few seconds of the round. So 1 to go. He's enjoying this, Diwali. As I said, it's a hell of a fight to take for your professional debut. It really is. Well, there's Evgeny Tishchenko. He actually boxed for the WBA Bridgeweight title late last year in Dubai and won by 6th round stoppage against Leon Hart, but then tested positive and he was changed to a no contest, which is why the belt is still vacant. The WBC have got a Bridgeweight champion, Lawrence Okoli, of course. The division does seem to be gaining some traction. Well, they'll both be sent out to win this final round. There is absolutely no question about that. It's been an interesting watch, this. And when the cards come out, I can see it going any which way, to be perfectly honest with you. There are some judges who prefer the fighter who's coming forward on the front foot, more making the fight. A little bit of hopping there from Zoirov, and that's been Diwali from round 3 onwards. But the Uzbek has picked his punches well. Diwali has brought the heat as best as he can, and he's been effective. But at no point has Zoirov really looked like he was going to buckle. And for my money, the Russian just hasn't quite got to him enough. But we shall see. Final round, 40 seconds into it. Again, he just dips off to his right-hand side, turns around that front foot, and all of a sudden he slips off behind you. Bit of marking under the right eye of Zoirov now as well, who's just continuing to let those hands go. An absolutely key component to this has been the fact that at no point has Zoirov gone quiet. And that's made it difficult for Diwali. He's never just been allowed to walk him down. That's never, ever happened. There's always been something coming back, trying to catch him on the way in. There was a little stumble there from Zouirov a few seconds ago, but again, that was the front feet just clashing heading into the final minute of this 8th and final round, and this could be absolutely crucial. Left hand there from Diwali, just catches Zouirov heading into the final 30 seconds. It's been a real good pace to this. Zouirov looked to try and start quick, get a couple in his pocket early on, and I think he did that the first couple of rounds. Diwali's come into it from round 3 onwards. And he'll have learned a hell of a lot from this. It's a great fight for both of them, actually. As I say, Zouirov, in a way, is starting again as a professional. Diwali just chasing him across the ring, and Zouirov again with a little bit of hopping. The bell goes at the end. Zouirov.
Jang ham o'z nihoyasiga yetdi, akalarim. Natijani kutamiz. Ungacha esa yana 6 ta like qolibdi. 2700 ta like bo'lishga. Like bosmagan aka-ukalarimiz oramizda juda ham ko'p, chunki 3,5 mingta odam ko'ryapti. Bitta laklaringni ayamasizlar degan umiddaman. Qani likelarimiz soni 3 mingtaga yetkazib qo'yaylikchi.
Collated, a supervisor and the MC doing that just away to my left-hand side as we speak. The longer it takes, the more you wonder whether you might be looking at a split decision, because the MC has got to be absolutely clear which way.
Qaddi baland qadrdon akalarim, borlaringga shukr 3000 ta like bo'ldi. Like bosgan akalarim, qo'llaring dard ko'rmasin, gap bo'lish mumkin emas. Rahmat, addu shu kichkina mehnatimizni qadrlagan holda bitta like bosib kanalga obuna bo'lgan bo'lsangiz, sizlarga kattakon rahmat akalarim. Biz rivojlanishda davom etamiz. Sizlarga bundan zo'r janglarni jonli efir qilib olib beramiz. Akalar, sizlar faqat qo'llab-quvvatlab tursalaring bo'ldi.
In favor of Shahobiddin Zoировdan, with Judge 2 seemed about 75 to 78 in favor of Diwali, with Judge 3 overruling both, ruling in favor of 76 to 76, declaring this bout a majority draw.
So we have a draw.
Necha bo'ldi akalar, necha berib yuborishdi. Kutilmagan holat, Shahobiddin Zoirovdan ham o'zi kutmagan edi bu holatni akalar. Nima ham deymiz, sudyalar hamma ochkolarni hisobladi degan umiddamiz akalar. Nima ham deymiz, Shahobiddin Zoirovga kelgusida yanada omad va zafarlar quchishini tilab qolamiz akalar. Hozir esa bu necha bo'ldi? Siz ko'p kishi yozgandi, hozir 90% kommentariyada Shahobiddin yutqazdi deyilgandi. Lekin esa necha jang bo'ldi? Tez orada revansh, Shahobiddin Zoirovdan revansh jang kutib qolamiz. Akalarim, videoni yakunlaymiz shu joyida. Agarda like bosmagan bo'lsangiz, shu videoga bir dona like bosib chiqib ketasiz degan umiddaman. Kanalga obuna bo'lmagan bo'lsangiz, podpisatsiya bilan qo'ng'iroq tugmasini bosib qo'ying. Akalarim, tez orada Olimpiadani biz sizlarga jonli efir qilishda davom etamiz. Akalarim, ekraningizda ko'rib turgan Telegram manzilimizga hozirning o'zida qo'shilib qo'ysangiz, Olimpiada boshlangan kundan boshlab biz janglarni barchasini Telegram gruppamizda jonli efir qilib olib beramiz. Ekraningizda ko'rib turgan Telegram manzilimizga hozirning o'zida qo'shilinglar.
Человек, и при такой возможности я бы хотел, пока вся мировая общественность боксерская нас смотрит, пожалуйста, в честь такого легендарного человека минуту молчания, пожалуйста. Спасибо вам большое за такую возможность. Это благодаря ему, большой его работе, сегодня я здесь. Всем спасибо.
Mayli akalarim, sog' salomat bo'linglar. Tez orada ko'rishguncha deb qolamizda biz shu joyda jonli efirni yakunlaymiz.